Hey guys, welcome back in. I'm going to continue this abandoned playthrough. Let's see what I can find. I think one of the first things I think I want to do is I'm just going to go around to all my bases and just collect supplies. That way I can kind of keep on top of that stuff and kind of show you guys how I like to lay things out. But first I want to be sure to grab whatever plants I can. Try to stay on top of that stuff too. Hopefully I don't forget any of this stuff. This thing's already pretty full. Yeah, this thing's really full actually. Transfer some of this stuff over. Alright, so what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna start using a storage container up here. Start stockpiling plants. I think that's all of them. Looks like it. Yeah, at least get these kind of laid out. Okay, I'll end up with like a whole thing of frost crystal eventually. Stick this one down here for now. I should have more dite, but that's alright. I can grab some here when I get everything kind of in a spot. Grab that small thing of more dite there. Anything else that is pretty full. And just so I can clear up a little bit of room in here too. Yeah, because your stack size is only 150 in these things, so I don't plan on doing any planting or anything right now, so be a good spot to just start filling this up. Alright. And got a whole bunch of magnetized ferrite in here. Oh, we got more of this. Oh, I have nanites that I never picked up earlier. Get rid of that. Alright. And actually clear out some of that carbon that I don't need anymore. And bring over another stack of condensed. And just like trying to stay on top of this stuff. I do have to refine a bunch of stuff, but I'll do that later off stream. I'm starting to run out of like some of the ferrite and stuff. Well, not running out, but getting lower than I like. Because I have all that yeah, what am I thinking? I've got all this magnetized ferrite in here, so move this over. throw enough of that in there. Oh yeah, I do want to find like a sodium source too. Grab a little bit more oxygen out of here too. I'm trying to use up that life support. If I'm gonna do that, I like to keep 2 things of oxygen. So, move this over. I'd like to keep all my life support stuff up on the top row. Alright. So I don't have very much room in here. How much room do I have in my ship? Not a whole heck of a lot in there either. We can use that up. Yeah, just throw that away. Okay. Run that off real quick. Toss the rest of them in here. Okay. So, start with this copper. I'm just going to throw stuff directly into the storage container. Oxygen I'm going to leave like it is for now. Salt I don't care about. Grab this rusted metal. Now that stuff should land right in here. It should. Okay. There we go. Alright, now I'm just going to run around to the bases. Just throw the stuff right in the storage container. Now this stuff should go directly to storage container 0 because it's the only container at the base. I think that's why I got confused earlier where I had some of it went into the wrong container. It's because I have multiple containers at that base. So should be able to grab all this stuff and have it not get all mixed up. See, the good thing about having an amount that small is even though I'm looting these, I'm only going to take up 2 slots in my storage container. So get that one out of the way, go grab some cobalt. Then I'll get all this stuff collected and I'll be able to sort through it later on, put things where they're supposed to go. I just like trying to keep things somewhat organized so I know what I have and how much I have. It doesn't matter because I always have to go buy something or find something anyway, but this takes away a lot of the guesswork. Like this cobalt, I need to go make up a bunch of batteries at some point. That'll be a good way to make those up. Grab some gold. And I realized I unlocked the Colossus at some point. So what I was thinking about doing is using my Colossus and have it just hold metal plating. So I can get quite a bit in there. I think there's 33 slots in that, so you can get quite a bit of metal plating in that. Let's see here. Mold and ammonia. I think I'll get back to my base, kind of look at this stuff and make sure it goes where it's supposed to. And I want to see if I can fix a couple things in that ship I have. And then I need to work around to some systems. I need to find that activated copper because that's kind of holding me back right now. I want to try to get start using that explorer to get around, but I want to fix up you know, as much as I can before I start running around with it. Oh, toss that in there. I can also take a peek in here and make sure. Looks like things are lining up just like I want. So, that's one thing you don't want to do. It's not letting me change. Jump up because I'm too close to it. If I can get all of these to fall down this time. Yeah. We cleared away a bunch of the rocks and stuff last time, thinking that might change it, but it doesn't appear so. I could gamble and put floors down there. It might work, but at the same time it might destroy them for good, so I don't want to mess around too much with it. Alright. I'm just gonna put this right in storage. Alright, get this. Oh, I installed the optical drill, so I should be getting. It's not a perfect setup, because ideally what you want is you want to have a S-class mod all the way around it. So I'm not quite getting as much for resources as I wish I was, but it's more than it was. Get this stuff going. Yeah, like I ended up with a couple extra stacks by the time I got it all mined last time. Yeah, if I can get some mining upgrades, it'd be really nice. Got a sentinel out here messing around. To me inside. I mean, you can just sit here and blast them if you want. It will set off some, but should be all set. Well, that is a way that you can farm these guys. Kind of a cheesy way to do it, but when you're on permadeath, it's a easy way to do it. Alright. Some ammo. This guy might actually drop something good. What I'm actually looking for is that salvage glass. That could be a good upgrade. Yep, there's one right there. Let's see what that gives me. Oh, junk. Alright, so nanites. Just refine that down. I think that's silver. Oh no, gold. Maybe we'll take that. I'll just actually throw that right in my storage container as well. Alright, actually, I'll leave that on me for now. Alright, and I think I got one more. Yep, there's that base from earlier. This should give me a chance to make sure all these silos are working fine. Sometimes it seems like it takes quite a while to warp around. Alright. There we go. Same deal, just toss it all right in storage. Well, at least my ship landed inside. Silver. See, I don't know why we're getting all these graphical issues. Yeah, these textures are, I don't know, they're all wonky. They've been like that for a couple years now, it seems like. Alright, so head back to my main base. And see if I can do some stuff on that ship. Maybe there's a few things I can repair. Alright, so the first thing I do want to look at, I just want to look in here to see how full it actually is. Because there are going to be a few times, like, I'm not going to have all this runaway mold in here, or this copper, or even the rusted metal. So I should have plenty of room to move things around like this, as long as I stay on top of it. I think I already took that out. What I am gonna do is drag some of that runaway mold. It puts it way at the bottom. I don't know why they changed the order of this stuff. It used to be so much easier. I'm going to pull over some of this. That way I can have it running in the background while I mess around with the ship. This stuff's pretty quick too. It only, I think it's like 20 something seconds. Alright. So, start here. Oh, 45 seconds. I think the condensed carbon was like 28 seconds. But I can just do 5 refining processes. That way I can pick up 150 nanites at once. And I'll just go back to it, you know, every couple minutes or whatever. I'm not going to babysit these things. Just to get some of it burnt off. Alright. And take a run out here and call in that ship. Make sure it's somewhat close too, so I can actually interact with it. That'll work. Wire looms. Alright, so fix up some of this. Yeah, 150 paraffinium, that's That's why I didn't want to use up a bunch of paraffinium. I just have to remember to grab more paraffinium. Yep. I was gonna say I'm probably almost out. Go right in here. No way I just used all that. That was only like 600 paraffinium. I did. What the heck? Well, I guess I'm out of paraffinium again. Oh, what am I doing? I want this. I figured I'd run out of pugnium before I ran out of paraffinium. Yeah, I only got 29 left. Well, it looks like I need to go get some more paraffinium. I'm gonna need it for my my exocraft. Whoops. Actually, I might have some in my exocraft. Yep. Okay. That's like my emergency supply. Go make sure I'm not at 329. Okay. I'll repair this. Okay, for some reason I thought I had more than I did. Oh, I bet I didn't have a full container, a full silo. But I think that took like 6 hours to refine. So I bet I only had like 1,000. Okay, that would kind of make sense in my brain anyway. So back in here, just run these off. Just free nanites. You see how boring this can be. You can do this for a couple hours straight. And a couple easy things here. I need to grab some gold. Pure. Need a couple of wiring looms. Oh, I need a bunch of wiring looms. Okay. Yeah, I gotta figure out a good way to get those. The easiest way would be to buy them, but they're like 200,000 a pop. And I don't really have a good money-making way. Gonna grab a little bit of gold out of here. My gold. My gold never went in. Oh yeah, it did. My gold didn't go in there. Gold, and I'm gonna need some pure ferrite. That'll be enough. That one repaired. Let me just repair the chromatic metal for now. That way I only have to worry about the wire and looms. So I only have 2 looms on me, but I have some in my other ship. I get some. Actually, I've got some in my storage container too. I think I got like 4 or so in here. Oh, 7. So I should be able to repair that top half. Alright, good. A couple of these repaired. I like to keep some of them on me too. That way I can install things out in the wild if I have to. Oh, they're in my other ship. They're in the other ship. Okay, so the ones in my ship are staying there. So I do have 3 of them that I can use. Just use them here. I can just repair chromatic metal ones now. And so I still have to get some wire and looms for that. Alright. So at least I have a little bit of room I can work with now. And get this run off. So this is where having, you know, like 6 or 8 refiners can come in really good. If you're doing runaway mold. A lot of times I have 6 of them and I just run right from one to the other. Keep making a big circle. Still got a little bit left in here. That's sorted out. Right, and I keep thinking I have my other ship out there. Okay, a little bit of pure stuff for that. Alright, yeah, that's how I normally have things. And it's nice to be able to pick up 150 nanites all at once, instead of doing it 30 at a time. So it doesn't take too long to do this stuff as long as you stay on top of it. Not the most exciting stuff to watch though, I know that. Then probably I'm going to be able to reclaim some of those wiring looms when I put in this ship technology. Some of the stuff I'm going to end up just throwing away, especially like the C-class ones. See that? Like that's already done running. going to be the last. That. Pull over a little bit more. I get stuck in my own room. Yeah, I try to have something refining if I'm doing other stuff, so. Or at least there's something going on in the background. Throw in a batch of this, and then install some of these upgrades. This is what I'm trying to avoid, a little bit of downtime like this. I got 2 more stacks. Let's head out here and see what we can do with this thing. Shields I'm really not worried about all that much. Do that. Put that over here. Now, because, oh, this is only a C class. I thought this was a B class. Oh, it's got more storage. I can always reuse these mods. So, A class mod. It's actually what I want. Hyperdrive's going to be the important thing here. So, what I do with my pulse engines over here. Put that there for now. Alright. So, hyperdrive. And I install everything just in a non-supercharged slot, just so that I can get an actual real reading of it. Stick that there. Okay, so, boy, wow, they're pretty sucky. Okay, 165 light years, 51 light years, 63. It's almost not worth having installed, but at least it's better than nothing. I got a couple pulse engines. And that's going to be overcharged, so I have here boost maneuverability, fuel. Okay, so I have one of each. Fuel is going to be more important to me because I don't plan on doing dogfights, so I'll dismantle that. That'll give me some stuff back. Shield module. 24%. Think that 9. This stupid thing over here. It's total junk. Right. And look at my hyperdrive numbers. 459. I'll just do something like that for now. Photon cannon. Fire rate 1%. Wow. Wow. So actually, I'm gonna move these over. What are we looking at? Alright, so move some of this over. Oh, I always do that. I want to store the technology, not install it. Yeah. It's nice that we can do this now. Rocket launcher. Oh, I got extra. Alright. Go. I was gonna say, I know I can break down more stuff. I forgot I had these pulse engines in here. And I forgot I had that too. So this thing might be set up a little bit better than I thought. I thought I'd be deleting a lot of these. Store this one. Rockets I'm just going to keep in there for now. Alright, jump out of here. Actually, while I'm here, I might as well just pull a couple things over. That's where a bunch of paraffinium went. I must have accidentally put it in my ship instead of my storage container. That makes me feel a little bit better then. Let's go see. Alright, jump into this thing. Okay, let's see what I can do with these upgrades now. That one installed. That's going to overload. So I can just get rid of one of these fire rate ones. Move that up. And just go right through them. Pulse engine. 5% boost. Fuel efficiency. You know what? Get rid of the fuel efficiency. I'll keep the boost. Hyperdrive. Okay, what is this? Reality shield. Okay, it's a regular hyperdrive. Okay. Compared to that one. 165, 100, same thing. Let's go. Why isn't it giving me maneuverability and stuff? I'm missing a couple fields here. Okay, move that around. 682, 651. I want to try to max that out. Okay, 684 is a little bit more. Okay. Another pulse engine. $12 and $6. Well, that one's kind of sucky. This one's good. Oh, it does have a boost on it. Let's see what the other ones are. Oh, efficient thrusters. Put that there. Another shield. 16, 24. Doesn't take long to fill it up. Okay, teleport receiver. I'll stick that over here. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Drag that over. Alright. Now I might have enough to install okay, cadmium's good. Emerald's good. I can just skip right over cadmium. Good. I was hoping I would be able to get enough together. So I still have to go find Emeril. But that will unlock another system. Okay. So go and get that installed. And oh, I don't have the auto charger thing. I thought I did. That's an expensive one. That's probably why I didn't unlock it yet. But that'll be a good little start. The second storage container. Move over some of this stuff. Hypercores. Uranium. Pyrite. Launch fuel. Alright. Just stick this junk down here. Alright. Clean out this ship a little bit. Actually, I'm going to store this here. Yeah, I gotta fix up this stuff. It's just taking up room. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to fix it. I'm going to wait until I have some more wire looms before I do that one. And the reason I'm grabbing these warp cells is to refill my hyperdrive here. So that's why I like having those two barrels inside. So switch that around. Switch that around. This other stuff can just go down here. I don't think I gained that much room. I gained a lot more tech, but not so much inventory. But okay, yeah, now all my stuff is showing. So I swap. I wish I could swap slots like that. 486. Same thing. Okay. Yeah, it's not an ideal setup at all, but it'll work. If there's anything else I want to anything else I want to do with this. Yeah, there's nothing I can dismantle here. Okay. And at least it has a little bit of a charge in it, so if I need to bring it in, I'll be able to. I do want to check that other ship, though. I think what I'm going to do is teleport up to the space station and sell off that fighter that I found. Stick it right over here somewhere. It turns green for like half of the frame. There we go. Oh, what was this? I'm going to bring this over here. Alright, so there's nothing else in there that can... I think if you repair the tech you get more money, but... I'm not totally sure. That was a C-class also. I wish we could just switch ships without actually getting in them. Want to see what that shield was though. 11%. Okay, so get rid of that shield. Keep that one. Alright. So, swap ships again. So I'm gonna hold on to the radiant pillar as like a little backup storage type ship. Alright, and see how much... Oh, I can't buy wire looms here. They must have been at the archive. One thing I do want to do though is I'm not going to bother with storage augmentations yet because the ship is, you know, it's only a C class, but I do want to store these rocket launchers. And I swap my ship. Yeah, my other ship has a few resources that I want to pull out of it as well. I'm going to set this going. Alright, so that should be all of those. I should just empty this one out. Alright. So at least I have an Emeril drive installed already, so that'll help out. I won't have to run around in a red system for too long. I mean, before I even get down there, I just want to verify I have the ship I want to scrap. There's nothing I can break down out of it. I always double check, just sometimes the little icons for them can be similar. So I'm just gonna go and scrap this. And I just wanted to make sure I also have enough inventory space, which I should have. Alright, so that thing is scrapped. And I did get a... Oh, it's gonna bring that in. That's alright. Positron, I'm gonna be good with that. Let's see what the upgrade is on that. Because that'll be good for mining. Oh, heat dissipation. That's... So just put that in there, scrap it, then just move this stuff over. That'll be how I get a bunch of my upgrade modules now. Or my, not upgrade modules, wire and looms. By doing that. And just sell off all the junk I just got. Right. I think I get some other. Probably this little bit of silver came out of it, which actually I'm just gonna sell the silver, except for one stack. So sell off 375 of that, or right around 375. Because it opens up a slot, a couple of slots actually. Alright, so that's done. And I can't switch my ship in here, can I? I can, alright. Switch back to this one. Oh, I didn't even have to. For some reason I was thinking I never took that stuff out. Alright. Yeah, I have to go back to my base anyway. I want to get that, all that junk out of my ship. But I think I'm gonna try hitting up I'm gonna try a couple yellow systems to see if I can find activated copper. If I strike out on that, then I'll head to a green system. That way I can get some Emeril and get my Atlas Pass and my Indium Drive installed. I can go from there. Okay, so I want to pull that stuff out of my ship. Oh, not that though. Pull that. Put that pyrite back before I forget it. Oops. And I do want to grab uranium. Don't think there's anything else I really need in there. Let me pull this over. Actually, convert that over. I do have to find a sodium deposit somewhere, too. I'll toss this silver in here. I always like to keep some gold on me for battery or solar panels rather. I always want to make sure I keep some of that too. Pugnium can go in here. Pull this over. Alright, grab my nanites before I forget them. I think I grabbed this one. Yep. Okay. Now I don't know if that cadmium went in here or if it went up top. It went in here. Oops. Alright, but I do want to bring over some uranium with me. I don't think I need anything else. So, drag this over here.
recharge.
Okay. I think I'm in pretty good shape right now. I'm gonna wait till I got a few more wire looms before I upgrade that. Just in case I have to install new technology or whatever. What's in my exocraft? Okay. So I'm gonna grab 2 of these. And 4 of these. Now are those gonna go where they're supposed to? Okay, so that should have gone directly into my storage container. Alright, I'm just gonna grab a few things out of here. Just because they're kind of in the way. No, it's on this side. Yep. My cadmium. A couple wart cells. Okay. Oh, deridium. I'm not even sure where I put deridium half the time. It's one of those things you never need until you actually do need it. Then you don't have it. But you can craft that stuff too. I can just never remember how. I think it's like tritium and ferrite dust or something. I'll give it to you. Alright. This thing for a spin. It already feels better. Alright. Oh, let's go find us a new system. Again, I want to try to stay with Vy'keen for now. Mainly just for the extra nanites. But I want to find a yellow system. Actually, where is the galactic core? Is this direction? Alright. Pretty sure I just saw a dissident system pop up. It's Corvax, but I gotta stay focused. Yellow system, Vy'keen. And like four planets and a moon. Kind of hoping maybe that moon is a lush moon with nice weather. I can run around, grab a bunch of drop pods and stuff off it. See. Nope. That one doesn't sound very friendly either. Another planet over here. Looks like it might be a swamp planet. Either a swamp or a lush. Humid. Yeah, with aggressive sentinels. Junk planet. Barren. But it does have pyrite and sodium. And ancient bones, actually. That could be a good planet to grab. For the space station, though. Run in here and grab some freebies. Exosuit slot. Actually, while I am in here, I want to see how much it's going to cost to upgrade this thing. As far as like slots and glass go. I don't really want to upgrade like a C-class ship. Upgrade. Alright, so 33 million units for one slot. It's actually pretty pricey. I knew it would be, but I just had to know. Right, so... we'll grab this. Getting close to 200,000 units now. Alright. That'd be a wire loom for me. I always interact with these. I don't know if you actually have to, but I always do. Gotta have it. Salvage data. Airnights. And one more over here. Oh, exosuit. Be nice if you got one of those in all of the space stations. Upgrade that. And while I'm here, I'm going to install that. And 7%. Yeah. Alright, so get rid of that. That gives me another wire and loom. And actually... put that in there. Try to keep things a little bit clean. I always check the terminal too, just to see if there's anything for sale that I can use. Oh, I finally found a cube. It's the first one I've seen. I was starting to think maybe they took them out of the abandoned mode. There's another one. Got nanites in there. Word. Oh, got a lot of stuff out of this station. Okay, yeah, these wiring looms are 250, so economy does seem to kind of matter a little bit. Nothing else in here. What do I have for carbon nanotubes, though? Because I know okay, so I'm gonna grab a couple carbon nanotubes. So I have a full stack. And I don't think there's really anything in this system I want to look at. But I am gonna make sure to call in the anomaly so I can get a backpack slot and take a look at the multi-tool. Because there's a planet there with pyrite and sodium, but I can kind of get that anywhere. And I'm mainly looking for that activated copper now. That's my primary focus. Because with that, I might just drop down like a base computer and not even build a farm. Just use it to mine the resources when I need them. That's one of those things you really, it's kind of a junk material, you don't really use it for anything. Same thing with like basalt and stuff like that, just kind of useless. You only need it to repair stuff. I mean, you can make chromatic metal out of it, but it's kind of a waste when you have, you know, like indium or even cadmium, you know. See what's in here. Grab that. Price hasn't gone up yet, it will though. In the next row, I believe. Alright, that's garbage. to 4,000 nanites again. So it does add up pretty quick. Okay, so I'm gonna get my glass recipe. And, okay, so lubricant and glass, so I'll be able to make living glass. So Fecium and Gamma Root for that. It's gonna be acid. Okay, so cactus flesh, mordite, and fungal mold. Alright, so I'm gonna get those 2 recipes unlocked, because I can actually sell these for pretty good money. So, and polyfiber will be the next one. Then you kind of get into the more advanced stuff over here. But these are good to be able to buy. If you have a, like a gold mine or something like that, if you can produce enough phosphorus and ionized cobalt, you can make a ton of this stuff just to have on hand. That way, like I've been using the Magna Gold to get gold. You can just do a Magna Gold farm as long as you can find ionized cobalt and phosphorus together. So you can actually make it doesn't sell for a lot, but it's good for resources, just for stockpiling. Alright, so that is done. And I still have 2,000 nanites, so. And actually, I'm going to add a little bit more. I just got these. That down here. Oh, I should have grabbed a couple metal plating when I was here. Alright. So on to the next system. There's nothing here I want to see. Yeah, even that lush moon with aggressive sentinels was red, which isn't my favorite color for a lush planet, so not even worth stopping. So head on to the next system. I'm trying to stay towards Viking. I'm only doing that for the extra nanites, but I need a yellow system. That one is. Looks like another 6-planet system. Five planets, 1 moon. That does not look frozen. Alright, go volcanic. That's the frozen or dead. System isn't looking very good either. The energy. Yeah, you'll find you get aggressive sentinels a lot with lush planets. Alright, so let's see if I can see what this last planet is. This is where I miss having the system scanner and a freighter. I hate trying to fly around planets just to scan a planet. So what do we have here? Nothing. Alright, so do the same thing, head to the space station. And at least I can fly up to the platforms now. I hate it when you don't have the jetpack, you can barely, barely reach flying up. Okay, so we're still at 199. I'm actually surprised. I figured it would jump to over 200. Exocraft. Oh, I'm gonna have to hold on to that for a little bit. Exosuit expansion. Use that. Plasma. And I'll just continue with that. How much money am I at? Okay, 6.5. Yeah, so that Exocraft mod I'll just stick in my ship for now. That way I don't accidentally delete it or do something bad with it. So what I'll do is I'll just install that and break it down. Just get a wire loom out of it. And check this. There's nothing in there. 208. The wiring looms here. I'm pretty sure the ones in my home system were like 190 something. So unless I see them for super cheap, I'm just gonna pass on them for now. Because you can actually get quite a few wire looms pretty quickly as long as you can get the upgrades to cooperate with you. Whereas like all these Exocraft ones are great for just breaking down because I don't really use an Exocraft. I use the scanner, that's about it. I've just never been a fan of them. They always felt kind of clunky to me. See how. Okay, so I've done 2 warps and I've only used up 13%. So those upgrades are actually helping out quite a bit. Run up here. I can also do the Nexus missions too at some point by looking for something to do. Okay, now it's up to 2.5. So now they're gonna start to get pricey. Wow, getting the worst luck with multi-tools. Alright, try another yellow system. This one out. If I can find activated indium, I want to get some of that, but I like to be able to check out the planets too. So that's why I'm kind of just racing through these. I'm mainly looking for that activated copper. I can kind of slow down and actually check things out a little bit. Alright, fly back this way. Yeah, that's why I like doing first person in my ship. So I can actually see where the planets are. Alright. There better be activated copper there. Yeah, and that one. The rest of the system is pretty sucky, but activated copper is what I'm looking for. So, make sure I stop in here first. When I come into a system, typically the first thing I'll do is land at the space station, mainly to make a save point. Because if my game crashes on the way to a planet, I want to make sure I'm at least in the system I'm, you know, intending to be in. That way I don't have to try to figure out how to get back here. So, pick this up. 249. Check this out. I've got a couple of those signal boosters now. I'm definitely not ready to start messing around with derelict freighters, though. Alright, got salvage data, which I think there were already some in here. Oh, maybe not. Essentially, by putting that stuff in here, though. Yeah, salvage data. Because you can always turn around and sell it too, because that actually sells pretty well. Yeah, that's gonna be what I end up doing with my my salvage data after I get everything unlocked for nanites. Or a cube. Yeah, I'll just start selling the salvage data off. Oh, those are cheap. I'm gonna buy some of those. You know what, I will spend the $1 million on them.
Product received.
This has been named. I have to go back and rename my other systems too. Let's go with Lex. Vortex. System 6. Then what I'll do is I'll put a note towards the end. Cheap. Cheap wire looms. The same thing, like if I find a space station or whatever that has an S-class multi-tool, I'll put a little note after I name the system, just so I can kind of find it easier in my discoveries. So that's all set. Good, so now I have a bunch of wire and looms, and let's fix this thing. Alright, so there's my extra slot. Oops. Yeah, good, back in my base, I think there were like 192 or something like that. So if I can save, you know, 20-30,000 units, definitely want to do that. I am going to make a quick save though, so everything's locked in. And I'm going to head towards that activated copper planet. The left, if I remember right. Down there. And there's no aggressive sentinels, which is even better. Because I half expected to find a activated copper planet with aggressive sentinels. But I'm hoping I can get storm crystals here as well. We'll have to see. And it looks like it's hilly. Like a hilly planet. Oh. Just got lucky. I am going to actually land here and grab myself a drink and start to explore this a little bit. So I'll just be a moment. Okay, so it looks like we have an extreme storm going on. Just want to look real quick. And there are storm crystals here. I'm not going to bother chasing them right now, but I know they're here. Get somewhere safe.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Run in here. Yeah, okay, it just eats right through your protection extremely fast. So, charge that. So at least I know there are crystals here, which is gonna be awesome. And no hot spots, but I do have activated copper over there. I'm gonna wait for this to blow through. And what I might actually do, let me check this real quick, see how expensive the wire looms are here. And there are no looms. I was gonna say it'd be nice if I could just buy some looms here. But I might end up, if I can find a building that has a good amount of storm crystals around it, I might throw down a little base just so I can get back here easily. Because I don't know, is this, oh, this is S-Class. Yeah, I expect this storm to end like any minute, so I'm not going to bother wasting my hazard protection to run out there. It's 400 units. If I had like another module, I would probably consider it. But at the same time, I really don't want to mess around with lightning either. Uranium activated 610. I'm just looking for close deposits. I think I saw one that was closer out here though. Okay, I was gonna say that storm's gonna clear like any second. Alright, that's the one I was thinking of.
Extreme night radiation detected.
Just a small amount. Actually, how much do I actually need for this? Okay, so might take a couple deposits. I'm gonna do the same thing, just kind of dig a hole and get under it. mine right away. I only need 150, but I'll grab everything I can. 'Cause I'll need it again when I find another ship, so. I would like to also get to a green system so I can make my Atlas Pass 3. That way I can see what's actually behind these locked doors in the space stations. I have a feeling there's going to be more stuff behind those doors now. More useful stuff, hopefully. Alright. Start taking damage now. What am I at? Okay. So I'll end up with a full stack of this. I do want to hang out on this planet a little bit, though, to you know, find a spot to put down a little base, and I could probably build a Minotaur too. That might help out. Oh, got those storms. Look out for those things. Silver. Activated copper, 700. Alright, I think I'm just going to find a new spot. Why can't I scan those? Oh, that's just part of the, alright. Must be kind of a newer plant. I don't think I've seen those before. I've seen these before. I know I saw it. I want to avoid that. Yeah, some of these new hazards are pretty cool. They can kill you nice and quick. I was gonna say, I know I saw a building up here. Can't remember what side it was. It's right there. So take a run over that way and see what that is. What time is it? 20. Okay. And so I have a little extra activated copper now. So get these fixed up. There we go. And toss the rest of this in here. I have to remember to put it in my storage container. Oh, I wanted to put that in my ship too. Alright. Let's see what that building was over here. Oh, one of those. Yuck. Alright. That archive's there, so not sure we'll really head towards the south, I guess. I'm just do the and change this over. There's just a beacon. Yeah, and like a lot of people have trouble getting the milestone where you have to spend, was it like 40 souls or whatever on a planet, or 80 souls? A good way to do that is just find a planet like this and build a somewhat complex base. It's about, I want to say it's around 20 hours to get the milestone, but if you build a somewhat complex base, you can actually get that pretty quickly. I am gonna hit this. I think that thing on the other side, I think it was one of those depots. But yeah, that's an easy way to get that milestone. When I hit this, so hopefully this will send me to a minor settlement. So we go to minor settlement over there. Let me go see what this unknown building is.
Radiation protection falling.
It kind of looked like it may have been a supply depot. If it is, I'm gonna see if I can actually get some stuff out of it. Because now I have a bolt caster, so I can actually do some damage. No, it isn't. But what is this? Oh, it is a depot. Okay. It's hard to tell by the atmosphere here. Oh. Alright. Alright, green crap, you can go away. Alright, so what do we have? We have radon. Uranium. Enriched carbon. Uranium. Yeah, because I can't really tell what some of these are. Alright, we got a storm coming on. I'm gonna head back this way. Back to my ship. Alright. Wait for the storm to actually start and then jump back out, see if there's any storm crystals nearby. If I can get my ship. What I will want to do is just double check my life support. I'll just fill it up with oxygen. Because I'll be doing a lot of running. Okay. We'll go grab some of these. I don't want to get too carried away. So we can get more than one. There's one over there. I thought there were some that were closer. Head over this way. If I have to, I can run back to this little tower thing. There should be yeah, there's outbuildings there. I do put them all in in between a bunch of junk. For that one. I like it when you get like a stack of like 6 of them all right next to each other. Yeah, what I want to be cautious of is any windstorms I decide to roll in. If that happens, I'm going directly underground. Try to do this without getting hit by a bunch of hazardous plants, too. Alright, so there's that one. I try to tag the next one before I even get to this one, but I missed it. See it pulsing from here. Oh, we're gonna just miss it, aren't we? Yep. Okay. I ended up running through one of those storms, so just completely wiped out my hazard protection. Get back over to my ship, recharge and get some of those storm crystals out of my backpack. Alright, I got 5. Better than 0. Yeah, those are nice because those go for, what is it, 200,000? Yeah, 200 a piece, so it's a good way to make money. Just recharge that. I think I can build hypercores, can't I? Yeah, I did unlock it. Good. Alright. Yeah, I do want to... Oh, that's a minor settlement.
Radiation protection falling.
I can't remember what side. Actually, I'm just gonna head for that minor settlement. I don't really care about that depot. The only thing that was over there was uranium, and that's nothing major. I do want to hit this up though for nanites. I might use that minor settlement as a little base. I thought I charged that.
Technology recharge.
I'll grab the slime for now. Oh, finally, mining laser. This is gonna help out so much. Yeah, not the best, but it's something. Move that one down, move this one over. Alright. That will definitely help. Get that to cook. Actually, I should refill this too. At the same time, I do want to kind of look around just to see if there's a traveler grave anywhere or anything like that. Why is that saying? Oh, okay. I just read it too quick. I was thinking, for some reason, I thought it was a storm crystal that was moving. What the heck? Alright, and should be a minor settlement here. There we go. Yeah, the extreme planets are some of my favorites. They're always, they keep you on your toes. They're not so much fun in permadeath, but in normal mode, they're probably one of my favorites. And it's got some really cool terrain to it. Oh, there's a minor settlement over here. We'll hop in here. It's good because I wanted to sell that that polyfiber or unstable gel, whatever it's called. Oh, take damage in here from those? Oh, better get out of there. I realize it can hit you through the building. Check this out. Ooh, big rifle. And there was nothing good. Don't need any of that stuff. So, that. Oh, this stuff. I was gonna say, why isn't there a haunted terminal here? Just in a different location. No, I didn't even see what that was. I think it was projectile ammo, though. Yeah, nice. Alright, and rip these ones out of here. Oh, I gotta run that off first. Whoops. Refill that too.
Technology recharge.
Okay, while I'm here, I should try to... Oh, there's a storm going on. We're going to use the restroom unless the storm's starting. So... Oh, not going up there though. I'll take the easy route. Go over that way. And they're gonna hide them in between all this stuff. One crystal. I don't want to go too far away. But Alright, storm's clearing anyway. Yeah, I run off to the bathroom and I missed the storm. Alright, do want to see if I can get some more activated copper on here. If I can just toss it in my storage bay. Got some over there. I'm sure I'll end up finding a another ship to fix up at some point. I'm gonna want some of that. Little tiny, oh okay. Maybe a little tiny deposit. Not very much. Doesn't look like much. I think those like rolling storms, I think they can get you underneath this stuff. I might be better off just farming it from up here. I'm glad Sentinels don't give you a hard time with doing this. That'd be really annoying. Try to grab as much of this as I can. When I get to that next minor settlement, I'll see if I can find a hot spot for this stuff. But over there, I might just throw down an extractor and not even bother with a silo. Again, you don't really need this stuff for anything, but to repair stuff. I think sometimes you need it for a multi-tool as well. Repair multi-tool. I don't normally I use the repair kits, so. Oh, while I'm here, I will go see if this possibly is one. Some weird friggin' landfall formations here. Weird fissures. If I find activated copper right here, I might toss down a little something. Oh, silver. Yeah, I'll check the next location. The big cave. Oh, that's one soul done. I think you need 40 for the full milestone. It's actually, yeah, it's really easy to get if you just start building a base. You know, something that's going to take you a while to actually work on. Alright, so head away from that thing. At least those storms stick out pretty, you know, they're pretty obvious what they are. Alright, jump in here, get somewhere safe. And bring that storm crystal over. At least I got a little bit extra of this stuff now. Run this off. And I always want to make sure I keep that thing full.
Recharge.
Actually, we'll hold on to that silica powder for now. Alright. Head over to that other miner settlement. I want to try to keep my eye out for any ships too. Run down here and grab some nanites. I think I've been forgetting to do these waypoints. I'm gonna get better at doing those. Just extreme planet, you don't really want to be messing around too much outside. And hopefully nothing hits me. Alright. I don't think those storms get inside these big buildings, but I haven't messed around with them too much. Alright, let's see what this is. Something about fuel. Let's block the fuel line. Oh, maybe I actually got one of these right? Holy crap. Gonna learn a new recipe. And it's gonna be polyfiber.
Item received.
Alright. That just saved me 600 nanites. About time I get one of those things right. And while it's calm here, yeah. I'm gonna say it's calm here so I can look for a hot spot, but nothing's in range. I thought that was a ship for a second. It's something over here. These there seem to be quite a few buildings here, which is always nice, even if there's really nothing in them. Alright. We'll see. Something hit me. I don't see a plant, though. Maybe it was just the spark from that. Oh, I never grabbed that buried data at that last building. Oh, look at the storm. Alright, let's see what this one is. Alert trade and power. Gonna go with trade vault, maybe? Alright. Bunch of units, I'll take it. Now my ship is over there. I do want to tag that so I can dig that up quickly. Head for that storm crystal. Yeah, I find this is the best way to do it. Just run out and grab like a few at a time and don't push your luck. There's no coming back on permadeath, so. There's one. Oh, yeah, out of here. Get to my ship. There we go. Yeah, wind event is something I don't mess with ever. Like on normal mode, sure, but not on permadeath. So, get out of here. The lightning really adds a lot to it. Looks pretty awesome. And there's one thing you can try, so if you can't tell really what's below you, just give this a second. Go into camera mode. You can move your camera down. We got another building down here. I'm gonna try to get down there. There's no landing pad, so I'm not gonna bother. Oh, it's clearing anyway.
Extreme night radiation detected.
I just keep hoping that I see a crash ship somewhere and can fix it up. Or scrap it. There's some really funky land here. Something over here. Okay, it's a big building. Oh, it's a minor settlement. I think I'm gonna see if maybe there's a hot spot around here. Do that before a storm shows up. Oh, there's something right in this direction. This is a nice big flat area, so it could be good for a base. Gonna be further away than I'd like. C-class. Gonna grab this though. Oh, I should have kept that. Well, those storms are relentless. The ones that travel. storm crystals right there when a storm pops up. This is the type of planets that they would put a bunch of aggressive animals on as well as the extreme weather. Alright, silver. Oh, the end of that. Get out of here now. At the same time, I do want to make sure I look around for any, like, traveler graves or anything like that. Because they can be anywhere. I seem to find them a lot around monuments and plaques. Actually get down to this minor settlement, then check out the next one. I can always come back here and try to set up a little activated copper base. Actually, what I might do, I'll see what the multi-tool looks like in here. If it's a pretty decent multi-tool, I might just set down a base here, just so I can get back to the planet easily. So grab that, grab this. Some more over here. A word.
Radiation protection falling.
Alright, run inside here.
Radiation protection.
Oh, a bunch of stuff out here too. Pistol. C-class pistol. And nothing to buy there. Actually, I should sell off a couple things. Here, let's get rid of that. Actually, I'm gonna sell off a couple things. That relic.
Units received.
I might as well just sell that.
Received.
So, continue making my way over to that other minor settlement.
Radiation protection falling.
I wish it would stop squawking about my radiation protection. I know it's not at 100%. You don't have to tell me every 10% it drops or whatever.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
I thought that was supposed to be a minor settlement. That's the minor settlement. Okay. Gonna get out of this storm.
Extreme radiation detected.
I'm already tired of the storms. I'll fly down to this settlement, see what it is, and then head over to our green system. I'd like to get that Atlas Pass unlocked. I'm interested to see what's behind those doors now.
Technology recharge.
And what side? It's on the left-hand side. Oh, grab this.
Radiation protection falling.
I usually try to grab this outside stuff before the storm starts, not during it.
Protection falling. Radiation damage detected. Radiation protection falling.
Yeah, it just totally destroys your protection.
Technology recharge.
Alright, grab my shield. Alright. I'll head in here and grab that other stuff later. Another really bad multi-tool. Kinda glad I upgraded that multi-tool now. Or fixed it up, rather. Nothing decent yet. Alright. See what this has to say. Alright. Thanks for the nanites. Alright. Starting to get quite a bit of ammo now. Alright. Haven't had to make any yet. Oh yeah, it's got more room now too. Let's toss that in there. I keep thinking I can use sodium in these and I can't. Let's refill that.
Technology recharge.
We take a peek in here again. Yeah, I always like to take a quick peek in here, just in case. I might need pyrite. No, I'm good on pyrite. So we'll grab a couple metal plating just so I have a stack.
Received.
Alright. So I think I'm gonna drop a base computer here. Uranium over there. I was hoping there'd be a couple activated coppers here. Got one over there. Alright. But yeah, I'm just going to drop a base computer so that I can mark this planet. So let's just do... I can always build like a... build a Minotaur and have that here for storm crystals. I'm not sure what's going to pop up here for storm crystals during a storm, and I don't really want to wait for it. So I'm just going to go at copper. But then I'll also make a note that it's a minor settlement, so I know it's not an actual base. Alright. So let's get off this planet. I also want to make sure I upload these. And got a couple plans to upload. So. And rename this. Yow. That'll work. Alright. An artifact over there. Actually, since it's still nice, yeah, we'll just cruise a little bit to see if I can see any ships or anything.
Incoming storm.
The storms are just relentless here. Alright, I'm done here. And change my view back. Let's go find a green system now. Corvax. That's green Corvax. Trying to stay somewhat close. I still don't have very good hyperdrive going on. Are they all going to be Corvax? Alright, there's a Vikine. That's yellow. That's yellow. Actually, I can go to not current mission, re-explore, life form. On green system. Oh, that's a dissident. Yellow. Oh, yeah. Go back to no filter. It's easier to see them. You know what? I think I'm just going to. Oh, that's a green system. All right. There's only 2 planets here, but that means I'm guaranteed one of them will have Emeril, at least. Toxic anomaly. Activated Emeril. This one should have just regular Emeril. Alright. At least I have a system that also has the activated, because sometimes you do need that. I think that's mainly for, what? Activated Emeril? I know I've seen it to repair some things. I don't think it's very much. Might see any shifts, but I'm not totally positive. It'd be good for making chromatic metal though. Up here. Actually, I'm just gonna grab the freebie stuff first. I seem to keep getting those exosuit. Not another one of those. Shield upgrade. Alright, so now I'll get my slot. How much are these ones? 207. I really don't need it up there though. So upgrade that one. And that's the ship. So I'm just gonna install it and break it down. Alright. And go check the terminal. I was gonna say there should be some more nanites here too. Nothing good there.
Units received.
Units
received.
Alright, let's run down here. What's this thing gonna cost me? Okay, so only 200 Emeril. That looked like a pretty mellow planet from up here. So, just be nice to get out of the storm for a little bit. Alright, so head right down. Some type of anomaly back there. Alright. It would be much more mellow. See what this is. I was afraid I'm gonna crash into one of those things. You know, on this planet, it's going to be like being on vacation. That last one. Oh. Can actually explore this one a little bit. Yeah, I think that last planet actually would be bad for storm crystals as well. Mainly because they tend to bury the storm crystal in those mineral formations. So it's actually kind of a pain to try to pick them up. Grab that. Double check and no fauna. I wasn't planning on there being any fauna. So Looking for Emeril. Alright, got some way the heck over there. That one's not much closer. Alright, looks like I'm going over here. You know what, I'm not running all that way. I have uranium, I can just refill. That might be just enough. I'm mainly interested just to see what's behind the doors in the space station more than anything. Because if they load it up with some useful stuff, it'd be worth it. Grab a bunch of this, and at least I know I have activated Emeril in the system, so I could always come back and grab some of that. What do we have? We have enough already, so grab a little bit more. I like to try to keep, you know, like 300 or so in my storage. I know I can pretty much repair anything with a stack of it, so. It's a bigger deposit than I thought it was. It looks smaller from the air. And actually, I should grab a little bit more of this, so that way I can make, is it sac venom, I think, takes Emeril? It's one of the plants that takes Emeril. Or maybe Gravitino balls, actually.
Radiation protection falling.
Grab a bunch of it out of here. If it is Gravitino balls, then it might be worth,
Technology recharge.
maybe worth mining a bunch of it. Alright, 60%. See, I know I just sold a bunch of silicate powder, so I didn't know how low my multi-tool would be, my terrain manipulator. So how far are we? 2 stacks. It's a much bigger deposit than I thought it was. A lot of Emeril in here. A much more mellow planet. The last one I was constantly running around. Plus you have those storms that chase you around too. Just go to a larger size, blast through the rest of this. And mine and laser isn't don't have very much left in it. Alright, so grab some more of this. Make sure I grab enough of this so that I can refill. Where did all that silicate dust go?
Technology recharge.
Need more. Must be going into my ship.
Technology recharge.
Go this way.
Technology recharge.
Alright. I just want to make sure I'm full. Oh, I keep forgetting I have more storage up here now. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna go right up to the space station again. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that other planet right now. What I'm hoping for is, I'm kind of hoping that the space stations will have multi-tools in them, if you can get the Atlas Pass. So, just gonna actually discard that one. Just toss it in down here. Atlas Pass 3. Alright, let's go see what we got. Because if they give you a multi-tool in here, then it's well worth doing. But if it's just going to be a bunch of empty carbon planters and green crates, then not worth it. Alright, and we have absolutely nothing back here. I have to check the other side. Because all your space stations might be different too, so... I was just hoping that there'd be more of those yellow boxes to collect. See what's on this side. Absolutely nothing. Couple crates here. It's nothing special. That kind of sucks. I'm just gonna try going to a different space station, maybe. Actually, I'm gonna go to my my home system. Check that one. Actually, I never picked up a exosuit thing here. So go over to the anomaly real quick and then I'll warp over from there. Oh, that's kind of disappointing. It might just be this one station though, so it might be different. They might have a chance to spawn a multi-tool. If not, then I should be able to build my indium drive, so I'm gonna end up doing that. I actually forgot about the indium drive, so I'm glad I did grab that extra Emeril. While it's fresh in my mind, I'm just gonna do it now. Alright, so that's all set. Actually, take a look at the multi-tool in here too. Another C class. Grab one of these. Alright. Actually, I'll just check a different one on the way too. Let's just run over to this one, I guess. I just want to check those back rooms and see if any of them are any good or not. Back when the game launched, if you got the Atlas Pass, you could unlock these back rooms, and they would give you an exosuit slot or a multi-tool. There was actually some pretty cool stuff in them, but it doesn't look like much of anything. Not even little cubes to grab or anything, which is actually kind of disappointing. They should make it so there's a chance that they spawn. I'm hoping that maybe they do, but right now they're not. Right now it doesn't look like they do, because these rooms are like the same. Very little difference. Alright, so I'm gonna go to my main system. Thought maybe I missed that. Alright. I'll go check that one and then head back to my base, and then I think I'm gonna call it a night. Hopefully get on somewhat early tomorrow and get some of that stuff refined and start moving away, start warping a lot more. So I don't remember what my home system is. What's the name of it? This one. Yeah, it stinks that somebody already discovered my home system already. I was hoping to be able to claim it right away. So, run over here and take a quick look. Okay, got a remembrance station. So there might be some nanites back here. Nope, got one of these instead. Alright, so they are different. Check the other side. Remembrance station isn't going to do anything for me right now. Actually, there's no story to follow, so I don't know why they're even in the game, actually. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, I do have cubes. Can't pick them up. Let's spin a chair, though. Alright, let's see what's behind this door. Alright, and it's nothing. You can pick it for carbon. Okay, so there is some difference in them. I was just hoping for more. Alright. I think I'm just gonna, yeah, just walk down to my base and call it a night. Gotta get some of this annoying stuff out of my inventory first, though. I don't want to use those emergency beacons yet. The game will just pester you to use them. I find if you stick them in your storage container, the message seems to go away. So, actually bring these over too. And actually, can I reach my exocraft? Alright. So, install that. Oh, see. I thought I already had enough in there. Boost tank. Boost power. Tank size. Oh, it barely does anything. Boost power. Alright. I am gonna delete one of these though. Go on. Wire and loom. Alright, now I got a good amount of those. So I'm just going to drop these off so that it stops bugging me to use them. And put those storm crystals in here. Those are going to be handy later on. This other metal, oh, this container. Alright, toss that emerald in here. Oops. I realized I had some in there already. At least I got a bunch of new slots done, and that Atlas Pass. I do want to see what the plant is that I need Emeril for. I think it's this. Yep, Emeril and gold, or venom organ. Need indium for that one. Chromatic metal, okay. So I might be able to start making some of those plants too. Grab 4 of these. Grab a couple of those. Okay, that antimatter gone right into my storage container. Alright guys, I'm going to head on out. I appreciate everybody for swinging in, and I will see you next time. Take care.